I wanted to become a medical doctor, right? I applied for JAMB for about 3 years looking for medicine, and Nigeria happened to me in educational way. Once you have the skill, right, you can actually save up. Even if it takes you 10 years to become profitable, it's worth it. You put it on your status because you don't need to attract people. You don't need to be right all the time to make money.
Once you perceive, you execute. Once you execute, you allow yourself to accumulate.
See, fear, greed. These are two major psychology effects that most traders face. Lack of specific information, right? I think it's one of the problems, it's one of the challenges of the upcoming traders. Stick to the process. Stick to the process. The point of you sticking to the process is making money. Your profitability as a trader lies in these three things. Strategy doesn't matter. IF is king.
Welcome guys to another video of my YouTube channel. I'm here with my very good friend Ukings FS, who is a profitable trader and has trained over 50 students on his private mentorship class. My bro, how far?
Yeah, I'm good.
How is it going?
No, it's going fine. It's going fine.
So, who is Ukings FS?
Okay, normally my name is actually Ukings, so the FX maybe come from my company's name, which is Ukings Forex Institute. Okay, normally I say it's Ukings FXI, right? So I'm a trader. That is about 3 years in the game already, right? And for now, I'm a consistently profitable trader. Maybe I never blew like that, though, but we're already on the path.
That's nice. So, tell us a bit about yourself. Your background and things about you.
Okay. I think I'm actually from an average family. Okay, normally we can afford 3 square meter, right? So you can actually afford maybe average educational system in the country, right? Yeah. So I will not say I'm from a poor background, but we are not rich. We are just comfortable, So that's it. To tell you how comfortable I am, I think I schooled at a community secondary school. Right, so but it doesn't matter the school you study, it's about the brain,
Yeah, no worries. So, talking about your forex journey so far, how did you get into trading forex?
Okay, how I got into trading forex, I can remember the lockdown we had on 2020. Okay, after this thing, we are into all these Ponzi scheme, right? They used to refer somebody and all this stuff.
No,
not that one. This one is another a different game now. It just they will tell you to be doing some activity on the side, right? Why they also pay you for referral. So that I was very good in referral. So a lot of stuff like that. So we did that. From one side to another. So some sites will come and crash. You understand? I used to make money because I used to refer people very well then. I made money, so much money then from those. I think when I made so much money, just the one I can use and feed and take off myself then. Okay, so at the end of it, there is this team that I joined. That is Desi Media. So the guy is kind of we did one for all this smart contract stuff. You understand? So that's when the guy now, anybody that joined his team, he used to create a community where he used to teach us some things. You understand? He invites some guys that are good in their field. They come and teach us some things. That's kind of a bonus for being in his team, right? So that's how. And he invited this guy. I can remember Suji Moto. No, is it not Suji Moto? Suji. No, Suji Infotech. I think. I can't remember his name clearly, but I think Suji something like that. So the guy is the one that introduced forex to us. Even I learned forex basics from him. You understand? Though I have been hearing about forex from my classmates then, I've been research about it. But I think when I actually pick interest is during that time. You understand? So that's how everything started.
Do you actually think that forex was the life-changing decision for you?
Yes, it is actually, right? And I wanted to become a medical doctor, right?
Normally.
And I applied for JAMB for about 3 years looking for medicine, and Nigeria happened to me in educational way. So I have to they gave me one this thing in anatomy, right? But I have to do research, right, to know if there any career opportunity in this particular field I'm studying, right? And I noticed that the average salary they have is just 50,000 and all this stuff. So and this is not the kind of life I want to live. So that is when I need to take forex serious. I did more research, and I see a lot of persons are making financially free from this stuff, right? So some persons are buying Lamborghini. If you go to Instagram, all this stuff, the likes of Happy FX, Jeffrey Benson, kojoforex. These guys are doing the most already. Shout out to them. So they are doing the most. So I said, okay, if these guys can actually do this at this young age, it means I can actually do this if I'm serious. You understand? So I have to say, okay, decide that this is actually what I need to do. if actually they actually did it, I will do it, no matter how much time it takes. Because I used to listen to some person, they'll say even if it takes you 10 years to become profitable, it's worth it. So with that, I said if I actually commit to this 2 to 3 years, I know that it's actually changed my life. So it's actually the best decision I've made, like one of the best decisions I've made in my life, like being a forex trader. And right now, I can actually I think I have actually declined most things to focus on forex. Like most things have made money for me because I know I don't take it as a distraction, right? Because I have chosen to be a forex trader, so I need to like put more time in it. So it's actually one of the best decisions to me.
So yeah, you're a full-time trader now?
Yeah, I'm a full-time trader.
Nice. So what was life like before forex? Like what was your life like?
Life like without forex.
Like what was your life before forex?
Okay, before forex.
Yeah.
Okay, my life before forex. I'm a student.
Okay. Like tell us about your journey so far. Like what got you into trading forex?
Before forex, before actually to or know about forex market, right? I've been making money online. Right, I think I'm just a young guy that is looking for a way to survive. That is off the physical distance. Normally we call it Web3, right?
Yeah.
So like I think when it started was when I visited my brother. So I need to look for a way to make money without going out. You understand? So that's when I started researching how will I be making money online. You understand? I started seeing some this thing, right? That's when we started all these Ponzi scheme, right? We did it very well. I made money from it. Okay, from one side to another, I made a lot of money, but just to feed, take care of myself. Then, okay, and I actually have the decision to be independent because I'm kind of person. I don't like meeting anybody for anything, right? I like taking care of myself and doing my own stuff. You understand? So that's how I got into online business. I started doing some online business from one side to another. All this stuff you get until everything. You know, just as I said before, I joined that particular group.
Talking about the forex, like you didn't do anything outside forex, like you didn't do any other business, you didn't try out any other thing, you didn't learn any other skills apart from forex.
Okay, I learned graphic design. I think during 2020. Okay, yeah, I learned graphic design, but I didn't actually use it to make money. About you understand? I didn't because I think they robbed me then and stole my laptop and everything about the design died, just like that. Okay, but majorly my source of income have been online with my phone, you understand? Yeah. I've not done any physical business or any stuff, you get.
So, what are the things you struggled with? You know, the problems you faced while starting out your trading journey?
Number one is lack of specific information, right? I think it's one of the challenges of the upcoming traders. We have a lot of information online. This one will tell you this one will teach you this one. But the problem is how will you know the one that will make you profitable? You get there are a lot of information. Learning this, combining this, it will give you a win at a particular time. You know. So I think I struggle with having access to a lot of information. So combining everything, trying to like make sense out of it. But what actually helped me is when I paid for a mentorship. Okay, and that is actually the good thing because when you pay for a mentorship, you're just getting access to a specific information because this is what somebody did to be profitable. So what you're learning is exactly what that person did. So you learn, practice, replicate. Instead, you just modify it, but it's still the same thing. You understand? I think what changed everything for me is when I actually paid for my last mentorship. And that's the guy that taught me everything, starting from technical to everything I need to know, both psychology and risk management. And that's when I picked up, you know.
That's nice.
But the most things I struggled is having access to a lot of information. Like
talking about having access to a lot of information, capital is one problem that most traders face with. In as much as
capital.
There are pro firms now that actually fund traders, but then you actually need money to still, you know, buy those profits. In as much as the prices, like let me say 5K is about $49 in some profits, due to the dollar rates now
in our country
now, those money is like 3 months salary of an average earner in this country. So
yes, I think capital is actually one of better to me. I don't think it's actually it's so much problem because once you have the skill, right, you can actually save up.
Yeah.
You understand? Instead, it will not be easy, but you can save up. That's why I actually consider as so much problem because you can save up and just fund it. So I've seen somebody fund $10 and grew it up to $100. If you're able to do that, you can still withdraw from there and buy profit. You understand? So the main thing is just knowledge. You have this profitable knowledge. I think.
Yeah.
If you're able to do that, yeah.
So you actually heard from the profitable trader himself.
And another one is psychology. Psychology, right?
Have the knowledge first.
Having the right psychology too.
And have the right psychology.
Yeah.
So faced with these problems and struggles as then a developing trader, how do you manage to keep your emotions in check? Because I believe that those, when those struggles and problems that a developing trader faces, it contributes to emotions, and those emotions leads to fear, greed, impatience, and this fear, greed, impatience actually results to loss of capital, losing their accounts, and other stuff. So how did you manage to
give up too?
And some people give up, go as far as giving up on the journey. So how did you manage to keep yourself in check in as much as these problems and struggles you faced?
Okay, I think the major thing, answer here is your decision, right? Once you decide to succeed on this, you actually do it amidst the struggles you get. Because and another thing is just listening to podcasts, listening to all these profitable traders. Okay, you see that these men have done it, and they are telling you that this thing that you're passing through now, that's what they passed through too. So with that now, okay, definitely, despite you're actually on the right path, because that's what that happened to them that are profitable right then. So with that mindset, despite the struggle, I still persisted. I can remember when I have a losing streak, that time I was trading all this traditional support and resistance trend line. Okay, I bought an account, I was winning, but I bought an account, I started losing. So that's the problem,
like back to back,
like no winning at all, until I lost the account. You understand? Then I know that there is more to this, then you understand. But some persons we kind of give up at that point, but me, I say there's more to this. I need to do it right, because
the lifestyle is there for me.
Yes. So I have to keep motivating myself, and also listening to people that have won, like people that are profitable. Okay, they are a source of motivation. So the next thing is I buried myself in learning. Okay, I started learning. I learned another strategy, ICT. Then
that is how you actually got to know about ICT.
ICT, okay. Then because I have a lot of information about that, this my friend is winning with this particular strategy. That is ICT strategy. So that's when I actually okay, let me try this strategy. Since this strategy have more win rate, then I learned it. That's when I jump into my mentor. That's my current mentor now, Joe. Okay. And a shout out to him. I think him and ICT, they are actually the one that actually shaped my trading game. Okay, so I jumped into it, then paid for his mentorship. Okay, now I have access to specific information. Then I have a lot of information, trying to combine a lot of and make sense of it.
Actually, adding to this, they say all information are on YouTube, but in as much as all information are on YouTube,
how to get access to
the specific points.
So and it's one of these struggles, right? Until I have access to specific information. Okay, this is what that helps me, and then. He actually helped me to build my psychology, because he tell you that, see, you need to be mentally prepared for this game. Okay, so with this information I have, so I need to be mentally prepared. So despite the struggles and all these challenges, I know that what I need to do is to do it right. Okay, now another thing that changed everything for me is as I persisted, then I learned to know that you don't need to be right all the time to make money. Okay, that is when he's actually my mentor is actually the one that introduced me to reading and trading in the zone. Okay, which helped me. That's when by Mark Douglas, he said the profitability you see is not actually in your strategy, but in you understand. Then I say it's actually true, because even despite then I was seeing ICT as maybe high winning like that, but still I still lose, right? So I can actually give you my strategy, which is winning strategy, but you still be losing. Today it is actually more psychology. So that's when I started working on my psychology.
It's more of a mindset game.
I started working on my psychology building, right? That is when I started doing right. Until another thing that helped me is sticking to one strategy and also sticking to one setup. Profitability just to be self-aware, just know what works for you. And I think I'm a kind of person, I'm not good in multitasking. So I focused on a particular thing, and that is when everything changed. And then I started seeing a consistent curve, right? So that's it.
Okay, what other part do you actually think? What other part do you actually think necessitated to your success, current success now in your trading career?
Other parts?
Like what is the essential stuff? Like
the essential stuff. I mentioned it already, which is number one. I don't forget that sticking to one pair, right? Okay. Even earlier this year, I see myself jumping from, if I trade GBP Euro USD, I will trade GBP JPY, right? That's the 2 pair. After the mentorship, I stick to 2 pair, right? But I see myself, okay, 3 pairs. From there, I dropped 1 pair, which is USD JPY, and I started trading GBP JPY and Euro USD. But at times, I will see a setup in Euro USD. I will see a setup in GBP JPY. I will take that. Maybe I will take that of GBP JPY, which may end in loss. But the one I saw in Euro USD, we win. You understand? So with this, I said,
it will mess your psychology.
Yeah, and I'm more exposed to risk, right? So with this, I said, if I can actually get at least, that is when my psychology, I'm building my psychology now. I say I don't need to trade many setup to be profitable, because I see some people used to take only one setup in a week, So with that saying that, okay, if this person can do this, let me just try this first. And also shout out to Jeffrey Benson, actually the one that made me stick to one pair. I have to stick to one pair, right? And I said, let me try it. Let me try 3-month challenge, sticking to one pair. So that's how it all started. I stick to one pair, stick to one ICT strategy. And that's
ICT, actually, inside the ICT, talking of ICT on this one, ICT has many
strategies
inside, like ICT does like a family whereby every model is inside there. And coming inside ICT now, and you get to say, I want to learn ICT. If you come into ICT now and you say, let me learn this particular model, you have to select one.
Yes.
Going from this, maybe let me say, for me actually, I advise people just to stick to this 2022 model.
Yes, that's actually my own model. That's
so just stick to it and just like practice, back test, and you get to see your growth. I believe you have blown or lost, many or series of accounts, throughout your trading career. So why do you think most traders lose their accounts? Like, why do you think most traders fail in this industry? Because I think it is said that like this industry, the trading industry is one industry that most of the people actually fail. I think 95 or 90% of traders are not profitable, and then most of them fail in the industry. Why do you think most traders are not profitable from your experience?
Okay, to me it is more psychology, right? How do I know it's psychology? I transitioned from trading normal support and resistance to trading ICT concept, right? And normally ICT concept have, I think that my friend that was using it then, he have high win rate, right? With strategy. Then I learned ICT concept. Normally if I'm backtesting, it has high win rate, but I'm not seeing the outcome in my results. Okay, that's when you know that it's more of psychology. Your profitability is more psychology, because I can actually take my profitable strategy, then give it to another person, okay, to use the same strategy. The person will be losing and I will be winning. You understand? The same strategy.
Can you give the person the same trade you are going to take?
The high chance the person will lose. Okay, to tell you that it is just like I said, Mark Douglas said, the profitability you seek is in your mind. Okay, and the major problem why most people lose is because it's psychology problem. It's psychological based, majorly psychological based, because you can see fear, greed. These are two major psychology effect that most traders face. Okay, you see a newbie trader, when they come into the market, they will be chasing after making the money. They are chasing after the money. Okay, so they are not focused on the process.
They forget
right?
the process.
They forget the process. They are chasing after the money. Their own is maybe if they learn the strategy today, they will think they will double down on it, thinking they will make money. At times they will have this initial luck, okay, and they will make money and they still blow it back.
They will still blow it back.
Okay, and
actually talking of this, I've actually had this experience. I think 2022. I think 2022 last year, I grew $24 to $900 something.
Oh wow!
Like it took me like how many months? Then I didn't even know anything. Actually, then I was trading.
You are just trading at random.
Like I was trading. I grew $24 to. I was using. Then I didn't even know about. Actually, I knew what lot size was, but then I was trading gold. Then I didn't know the effect of gold. I didn't actually study gold because I thought gold was like other. I forgot that gold doesn't have 1 pip. Gold gives in 10 pips. 20 pips.
Yes.
So then I'll be using like one standard lot size on gold.
Execute. And most times it will be in your favor.
It will be on my favor. I grew $24. I didn't even know anything. I paid the trader.
Oh wow.
I grew $24 to this city. I think it started during the COVID-19. Then we resumed school. I took the account to school. I think so. I took the account to school. Then when I came to school, in a day,
blew everything.
But my luck was that as the account was going down, I immediately took out $200.
Oh wow!
That was $200. The first then rate, Nigerian rate was about 500. But then that was the first money I used in paying my first mentorship.
Oh.
Then
okay, I think this we actually boil down like bringing another point, which is risk management.
Risk management.
Yeah, I think it's part of it. Okay, just as they say, your profitability as a trader lies in these 3 things. Number 1, your strategy, risk management, and your psychology. Okay, then psychology makes up, they say, make us 60%. Okay, your risk management make up 30%, while the strategy is 10%, right?
When we talk of risk management, trade management.
Risk management is just risk, trade and money management. Okay, manage it effectively so that you make more. Okay, because I think your profitability it lies on how much you make when a trade goes in your favor and how much you lose when it goes against you. Okay, why strategy doesn't matter? I've seen somebody with 20% win rate. He's one of the highest paid in FTMO, right? Just 20% win rate. Okay,
the guy that over 1 is to
because anyone that goes in his favor used to catch at least times 20
Yeah,
of his risk. You understand?
Yeah.
But most of, let me say, if he executes 10 times, he will only win about 2 times. You understand? But he maximizes it. So that is his edge. To take is one strategy. Just know your edge, know what works for you, and how you can make it.
I think there is this video about McDouglas. I think it's on YouTube. I'm forgetting the name. Maybe I'll be putting the link on the below on the description box. So there is this video I watched. It was about McDouglas. He was saying something, and he said that one of the biggest trader he knew had 95% loss. Majority of his trade was like 95% of his trade was on loss. But then the guy grew. He made over $4 million trading with 95% loss.
Just understand what works for you, and know like how much you make when the trade goes in your favor, and how much you lose when it goes against you. That's what matters. But then risk management, risk management. Then having the right psychology, because the outcome of, just like Douglas said, the outcome of every trade is random. You understand? Just like trading is just like a rolling of a dice. Okay, you can either have a head or a tail. You understand? So let's say each head you are having 3%. Then each tail you're having minus 1%. Okay, that, and out of 10, if let me say you have 50% win rate, out of 10 you're expecting 5 to win, you're expecting 5 to lose. But the question is, you don't know the particular trade that will win. I don't know now that will lose. So the main thing is, even if you have loss, you should have the right mindset, because you don't know whether the next trade may be win. You understand? So I think that's having the right mindset.
That's where execution comes in. And also, I'll be recommending a book, A Disciplined Trader by McDouglas too. It's actually a book that helped me personally.
I've read the book too.
The book tells you about execution, perception, and accumulating. Executing is necessary. Once you perceive, you execute. Once you execute, you allow yourself to accumulate. That is how wealth is generated. So I think,
I know some persons are good analysts, but they are good in
talking on this. You are speaking to me directly.
I used to tell some persons who be posting on the maybe on their status or all this stuff. Alright, they were giving us trading views. Some people are good analysts, but it's not showing. The curve is not showing your listing, right? So the main thing, the execution is your empty form. Most persons they can analyze, but they don't have the right to execute.
100%.
So once the main thing is, I think the major cause is most persons they don't have a trading plan. Once you have a trading plan, once your setup are met, the requirement for your business are met, you execute without fear, and also have the right mentality that the outcome of that trade is random, right? And risk properly at time. That's it.
That's nice. I think I'm actually learning something from here. I've actually learned.
We're always the student of the market.
Talking of this, lastly, what is your strategy? Are you a day trader, swing trader, or position trader? And how did you meet this strategy? Walk us through it. How did you meet this your recent strategy? Walk us through it.
To me, it boils down to self-awareness. Yes, just your edge is knowing what works for you. Just number one, understand yourself. Understand the kind of person you are. That's one good thing about trading. Trading will teach you, like, it will make you to understand yourself.
Even outside trading.
Yeah, even outside trading, understand who the kind of person you are. Are you a kind of a patient? Like, do you have your patient rate, is it actually big or very minimum? You understand? So once you understand the person you are, then you look for what we align it, or kind of what what you do, right? So personally, I'm a kind of person, I don't have that patience to wait for a trade to execute. Alright, I see myself going to chart, despite I know that there are high chance that this trade will actually deliver in my favor, but I see myself checking the listing. So I resolved that swing trading is not for me. Right, swing trading is not for me, okay, and I also have all the time. You understand? So that's why I've tried swing trading. It doesn't work most of the time. That's why times it will deliver, but I cannot hold that trading.
At the end of the day, it will go on your way. And then maybe you came out of the trade.
The thing is, I don't have the patience. That's the truth. You understand? So that's what actually made me to stick. I'm a day trader. Currently, even more of some people who come in scalper, but I think I'm not a scalper because
actually I call myself a session trader. I prefer session trader because
most of my traders are good during each section.
Each zone,
But regardless, I'm just a day trader because once I have a win already, I'm done for the day. You understand? So I'm a day trader because number one, I don't have that patience level. My patience level is not that high, and number two, I like quick outcome. I want, if I execute sharp 1 hour highest. 2 hours. Let me know what this in the outcome of my trade.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
how did you meet your strategy?
My strategy, okay.
Walk us through it. We need the story. We need everything.
Okay, how I come up with my strategies. I think my mentor will always say that you don't need all the knowledge to be profitable. Yeah, you don't need all the knowledge. What you need is just a specific knowledge that works. But how will you know the one that works if you have not studied everything? You understand? So how I came about my strategy is I told you I started with trading with support, resistance, trend line. Understand? So majorly I started I think my most preferred setup then was a double top and double bottom. Yes, and it has one high rate on GPUSD. But after that, this drawdown I had then, when I took my 10K account and I lost the account, and then I started studying ICT. Okay, so that's when I was combining ICT and studying until I met my mentor. Right, that I paid him and learned. Then he taught me the main thing, like he actually the one that simplified ICT concept for me. Yeah. So I'm able to understand ICT concept, I understand institutional order flow. I think that's the game changer. Yeah, I always tell my previous student that IUF is king. IUF is actually king because once you understand institutional order flow, how price being delivered based on liquidity, right? Liquidity levels, every single day you're coming to the market, you know the direction you're trading into. You understand? So that's the main thing. So when I understand institutional order flow, I know that all these things I have learned before doesn't actually matter. What I need is institutional order flow and a strategy for execution. Institutional order flow to determine the directional bias, then a strategy to execute. Do you understand? Do you see how this thing is compressing now? I've learned a lot of things. I know about 4 different ICT strategies, right? ICT entry model. Okay, but I need the ones that I will be executing with. And then I chose 2. After my back testing, I chose 2. Right, which is kind of OTE and this stopwatch and stuff. Okay, then
2022 model.
That is 2022 model. Then it was okay after the 2020 model. Then I have gone through that the mentorship and also go through the 2022 listing. So I said, okay, this is actually a good strategy. When I tested it, I knew that 2022 model have high new rates. Okay, then that's when I decided to stick to one strategy. Do you understand now? Okay, now I have the main knowledge, which is the IUF concept. Plus other things that is added up like contraction expansion concept and the rest, top-down analysis and the rest of it. Okay, using order flow to do top-down analysis. So those things then combined with an entry strategy. So I picked that 2022 model of ICT. Then I've learned the IUF concept because my mentor is more of a swing trader. I mean, I'm not a swing trader. That's why I didn't follow him for like I didn't follow his strategy.
So you modified yours.
Okay, I just modified it. Then I just took the IUF part of the class. Then the psychology is there, the risk management there. I think if you check my trading model, it's almost similar with his. I think I use this thing as a template to form my own trading plan. But what different is there, my entry strategy is just different. I'm more of a trader, he's a swing trader. So that's how I'm able to take the IUF concept and the entry model, and that's how I stick to the strategy. I started executing, and most of the week it has been a winning positive week. Okay, though if I have negative week, it used to be from my own end. It used to be my own problem.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, once you do your weekly recap, you get to see
I'll see that I'm the one that actually.
Okay. So talking of this, actually, he's not saying that the retail concept, or let me say the support and resistance
doesn't work. It works.
It works.
Everything works.
Actually, I feel like, let me just say this. I feel like most profitable people that I know, personally, I usually argue this when I see most people on Twitter banting about ICT traders and retail. All of us are all retail traders.
Even another thing is they say indicator don't work.
Indicator works. Everything works. So I'm not a part of all these people banting on Twitter, arguing. So I feel like he's not saying that the retail concept doesn't work, but it didn't work for him.
It doesn't work.
He said, self-awareness, knowing what works for you.
So and sticking to it.
So I feel like most people I look up to in the industry, talking of Happy FX, talking of Jeffrey Benson, they're all retail. They are more of
and these guys are doing the most in
the market. They are doing the most. I think Jeffrey Benson made $800,000.
Yeah, April, right?
Yes. In a month, trading with the same concept. So this doesn't mean that him switching from the retail and the support and resistance to ICT. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. But then he had a reason. One was that he had a friend that was using it and it was working for him. So you
actually influenced me.
Yeah, he influenced you too. Like you now have a hope that this will later work for you.
Yes.
So that's just it. So before we end this, I would like to ask this critical question. I believe if you are a trader, I feel like being a trader is kind of being an entrepreneur. So I will ask you, do you have any plans or tasks that you give yourself, critical tasks, like where you want to be in the next few days? What are the critical tasks, like maybe let me say a journey to $1 million or
okay, the one I have now is a 14-month challenge to become a $1 million funded trader. Okay, and I have my plans, and it's very, very actually achievable.
Very realistic. All plans are achievable. It's just that all plans are achievable. Some are realistic and some are actually, I would say no plans are unrealistic. It's just the time you give to it. So even if you tell yourself that you want to make $1 million, you can make it, but it's just that I want to make $1 million in 1 minute. That is unrealistic.
So I want to be. I'm more like my plan. Like the challenge is very, very like my monthly target is just 5%. 5% of my account, which is possible. I used to make it in a week.
Normally.
You understand? So, but based on the challenge, once I make 5%, I'm done for the month. You understand? But I set it like step by step. And I started because I'm a funded trader already, so I started from my current funded account, you understand, and make the plan just 14 month challenge. Okay.
So that's good. And one thing I always tell my plan myself is that even if you have a plan and even if you have a plan and you work towards it and you don't get to achieve 100% of it,
at
least you have a plan and you are working towards it. The fact that you are working towards it means that you are growing. Even if you don't achieve 100% of it, if you get to your plan and you get to see, okay, you achieved 50%, 60% of the plan is actually nice. You don't have to achieve 100%. And
already you have a roadmap set.
You already have a roadmap. So even if you don't achieve it within that 14 months, you can actually extend it. There's nothing like extending. Just cancel and you add more months.
The roadmap is there. The roadmap is there.
So I've actually got to learn a lot from this interview. Okay, before you leave, what is your advice to the other struggling traders out there, the upcoming ones or the aspiring traders out there? What is your advice to them?
Okay, my advice to them is, number one, I want them to know this, that everything works in the market. Okay, so stick to the right information. Okay, so you don't need to be jumping from one strategy to another. Okay, once you have seen this is a strategy someone used and the person is profitable, what you need to do is learn what the person does, how he's doing it, and master and replicate that. You understand? So once you have your strategy, the next thing is focus on good risk management. Know how to risk properly, how to manage your risk, and how to manage your trade too. So once you have mastered that, the next thing is to build your psychology. Okay, and I would recommend you can read the Trading in the Zone. Okay, just search it online. We have the audio book.
Or the traders, the disciplined traders, both written by Mark Douglas.
So you can check the audio book in this or download it online. Okay, I think it will actually help build your listing and also listen to profitable traders because they actually the one that want to. Because at times you have your down days. And some days you feel like giving up. You understand? It's normal.
Actually, I also recommend having a trading partner whereby you can get to tell him stuff or him or her stuff that you are going through at the moment.
Maybe at times you will lose. You want to share with somebody.
You cannot share notices with someone that is a trader whereby the person.
You don't need to post it on your status because you don't need to attract PT. You can just share somebody you're close with. Okay,
someone that understands.
You guys are doing the same thing. You guys are doing the same thing. Okay, I think that's the major thing. Then the major thing, another thing is stick to the process. Stick to the process. Very, very important. Don't chase the money. The money will actually come. The reward of you sticking to the process is making money. Right? So stick to the process. The process is number one. Stick to journaling. Have a trading plan. Be journaling properly. Do pre-market analysis. Prepare your mindset or build your mindset through either maybe in each trading day you can be doing meditation. Right? To actually help give you this level of calmness in the marketplace so that you not be so anxious.
Actually, I play songs while trading. That is actually nice.
So that's it. Just make sure that you are committed to the process. Definitely. The money is out.
So before you leave, this is not a question. So this is just drop a question you would like me to ask the next speaker.
How he or she was able to overcome his most difficult moments in trading.
Okay guys, so we have come to the end of this interview and I would just like to add a few things. We have already heard him and I believe we have learned a lot from him. So adding to what he said, I would like to say that the process is greater than the results. And talking from the book I read, The Disciplined Trader, I would like to say that one of the most important lessons a successful trader has to learn is that you need to accept your loss without any guilt or any negative consequences, shame or anything. And before you accumulate any wealth in trading, you need to learn self-discipline. You need to master your emotions, and you need to get to know yourself and understand yourself. So like I've already said, I will recommend you to read The Disciplined Trader or The Trading in the Zone, both written by Mark Douglas. And don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this channel. Thanks guys.